Welcome again everybody to a new video, and in this video we're going to discuss some of the common errors that you may face if you are going to use the angle bisecting technique. To start with, these errors will be much less likely if you're going to use the film holders, which utilizes the parallel technique, because there is no angulation and there is direct relationship, or the direct relationship between the film, the object, and the source are skewed, so you don't have to mind misalignment between one of those three components. To start with, if you get an image like this one, it means that there was no exposure. This happens if you fail to press the exposure button, if you did not start your X-ray machine, if you fail to start the X-ray machine, and in some cases, although it's not as clear as this one, what happens is if the exposure time or the kVp or the milliamperage was less than the rated setting. Since the kVp and the MA are rather fixed, we don't deal with them so often. So this is most likely either the exposure button was, or the exposure switch was not pressed, or the exposure time was much less than the needed time. In either case, you end up with a exposure or with a clear image like this one. However, I must say is if that the exposure time was less than the rated one or the needed one, you may end up with an image that is not as dense as it should be. But if you have a case like this, it is most likely that there was no exposure, basically.